Hello Europe and Australia, and welcome to Eurovision World. This is a YouTube channel where we talk all things Eurovision, and every so often I upload an intro of a certain year in Eurovision history. The first one was the 70s Eurovision, and yesterday I uploaded the French version of the 1957 Eurovision intro. So, I've got another Eurovision World video coming out tomorrow, talking very specially about 2024's Eurovision, because I've got some news on that front. But today, we're talking about what's happening on Tuesday. Well, on Tuesday on BBC One, instead of BBC 4 and instead of BBC 3, which is very exciting, will be the first year we'll ever get the semi-finals 1 and 2 on BBC One. That is going to be incredible. So, they did say in all the adverts, live from across the BBC. Now, when you watch rugby, or if you watch Breaking the News, which is a Scottish panel show, a Scottish panel show, Breaking the News, is when they do the TV version, the episode on the radio as well. That's across the BBC, right, on TV and on the radio. But when they say across the BBC, I think they mean BBC iPlayer and the BBC linear channel. I'm really looking forward to it. I've only heard Sweden's song because I'm one of those people that don't want to hear the songs in advance, unless I've seen the whole of the selection process to get to it, like I did for Sweden when I went to Melody Festival, then I don't mind listening to the winner. But usually I don't. So with the UK, I know who is going, May Muller, but I don't know anything about her. That's just because I don't really know anything about modern generally, right? But I don't know her song. I know the title, but I don't know what it sounds like. I know what the feedback is of it, but I don't know exactly whether or not it's any good. It also came to like the Ryan Tubridy, who does Late Show in Ireland on RTE, stepping down. So that means that the selection process that normally happens during the Late Show, with a special episode, Ryan won't be hosting anymore. Who's going to take over him? That's yet to be known, and that's yet to be a separate video on the third channel. But that could change the shape for the Ireland's hosting of the national selection process. Now, I don't know whether or not that actually makes onto the Eurovision DVDs, and I'm yet to pick up, if that's the correct term to use. So, it's interesting, this, in a sense. So with Eurovision, I don't know, I'm doing a lot of hand gestures. I don't know. Anyway, so with Eurovision on the horizon, this means that this year is going to be interesting. Because the reason I say it's going to be interesting is because of Hannah Waddingham, Graham Norton, I'm trying to think of the hosts, there's the woman from Ukraine that I can't think of her name, and Mel Gedroych. I know Mel Gedroych and Graham Norton are going to be running in and out of the voiceover booth, because that's what Mel said on the Jonathan Ross show. But do we really need that many hosts? It was always good when there was two, because two, you can get a comedy aspect out of it, because you've got Hannah Waddingham that does Ted Lasso. You've got, I think she's a singer the Ukrainian woman that I can't think of her name. I think she's a singer. So you've got something there. That in, I think, 1997, and I might be wrong by 2 years. Terry Wogan used to do the commentary for the BBC, the UK. And then he then hosted it, but he didn't host the show all the way through. He was there from the beginning, or the act from the beginning. He said, "Right, I'm gonna go now." He runs off and does the commentary and leaves. I think it's Cat Deely by herself. I think it's that, but I might be wrong. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. So I'm very much intrigued to know how this dynamic sort of works. Are we gonna? Because when they did Ginny and Minion 3 host, one of them was a robot. It was a terrible gimmick. I know, weird, right? Yeah, that sort of worked. In a sense, well, it wasn't given enough airtime. So will we lose the fact? Will we have the main people and the one that do all the backstage stuff? Who really knows? It's sort of a playing field that we don't know the answer to, and it's weird to try and work out how that would work because they all seem like they know each other now. They will do now because they've been working together to get this ready. We've also had the stage revealed. I think it looks very much brilliant as always. So Eurovision Saturday, the 13th of May, and I think from 7. BBC 3, to prepare for Eurovision 2023, have been re-airing Eurovision 2022. So, on this channel, what's going to happen? Well, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on Eurovision 2023 once it's been and gone. We're going to review the postcards from Eurovision, New Eurovision, and we're going to venture out to talk about the version of the Eurovision we haven't talked about such far are Eurovision Dance, Eurovision Young Musician, Eurovision Young Dance, America's Song Contest because it's made by Eurovision to the EBU, Eurovision Canada. I know the others that I neglect to mention, but there you have it. Remember, stay musical, stay happy, and good night to Europe and Australia! I want to hurt myself on my way out. Nope, I didn't hurt myself on my way out.